Welcome to Gavin's Home Kitchen, and today I'm making my home version of spaghetti bolognese. Slow cooked, balanced and worth the time. So let's get cooking. As with any great home cooked dish, obviously starts with a little bit of prep. So just going to prep my carrots and onion and celery here. You don't need to chop these really fine. Dice them how you like them. If you like it chunky, make them chunky. So let's get the pan on and start this sauce. So we've got our little cooker out now. Now it doesn't need to be on high. We do want to basically start from a cold pan. So first throw in some olive oil and give it a good lug. Ain't gonna hurt it. Add it in while it's cold. It's completely fine. You want it to cook up, so you don't rush this pancetta step because this gives it such great flavour. Let it mellow for a while. Let it maybe 8 to 10 minutes before adding anything else to it. Now if you do want to add just a little extra depth to this dish and some extra flavour, you can drop in a knob of butter. So just drop a knob of butter in. And let that just naturally melt. So that's looking good so far. What we'll do, just going to add a little bit of garlic in. I've just used just a minced one that I actually picked up from the supermarket. You can cut your own, it's completely up to you. It's about home cooking, so we're trying to keep this one simple, guys. And just let that one cook off maybe for about 30 seconds to a minute, just to get those beautiful flavours. In with our onion, carrot and celery. Just give that a bit of stirring. We just want to get the little bit of colour on them. You know, you're probably looking at about 6 to 10 minutes. Don't have your pan on a real hot heat. And already you can see it's getting some nice colour on it. Now everyone does this part differently, but for me, usually about halfway through that cooking off the pancetta and the sofrito, that's when I'll start adding my salt and pepper. So a nice generous pinch of salt and some cracked pepper. Give it a stir in and then just let it keep on cooking out slowly. Now once it's had about 8 to 10 minutes to do its thing in the pot, that's where we bring in our mince. So I'm just using some 17% fat beef mince. You can use pork as well, completely up to you. Usually a mix of the two. As I put it in, I sort of give it a little bit of break up to, just roughly, it don't need to be perfect. Once we've got that in the pot, we just want to continue breaking it up a little bit and stirring it in. We want to brown that mince off. You know, don't rush this bit because again, it's building layer upon layer of flavour. You get some nice brown on this meat now. And that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that it's completely browned before we move on to the next step. I've got some dried thyme, so I'm just going to add that in as well. And we do have bay leaf and nutmeg as well, but they will get added later on. Let's stir this in as well. Oh yeah, smelling good. You just want to keep doing this for maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes until you got a nice bit of colour on that mince. Now once you've got your meat browned, there'll still be some liquid in the bottom. That's fine. We're going to cook that out. But the next thing that goes in is our red wine. So half a cup of red for this size pot. And we've got that liquid there. That's what we're going to actually burn off. So we're going to keep this cooking until that liquid is burnt out completely or cooked out completely. just coming back every few minutes just to check it. So it's definitely reducing, probably a few minutes more. This is not too far off being ready. Probably for, say, another minute. A quick way that you can actually check to see if your liquid is coming out of it, just put your spoon in and pull it back. If you see more liquid pooling, then it needs longer. So still a little bit on this one. There was quite a bit of liquid come out there. So what we want to do next is add in our tomato paste. We want about a tablespoon, a nice heaped tablespoon. We stir that in and leave it for about a minute or two just to cook the rawness out of the tomato paste. You can see that there's a little bit of red on the bottom of the pan from that tomato paste that it's doing its thing. Now from here, you can grate in some nutmeg. It's some nice earthy flavour. Now, even though we've got a whole bottle of passata, we're actually using only about half. So pour in about half of that. A little bit more, that'll do. Then we're going to add a cup of stock and a stock cube. Now, I haven't dissolved it because it doesn't actually matter. It will actually dissolve in the heat of the sauce. And we're going to add a couple of bay leaves in. Then once we've got all our ingredients in, we want to allow the sauce to simmer for at least 2 hours, if not longer. So we just place a lid over it. And we leave that for about 2 hours. Come back and check it after an hour though. If we need to add more stock, we can. But we'll see how we go. So our sauce has been on for an hour and a half so far cooking on a slow simmer. Now we're going to add one last final step to the actual recipe. This will give it some nice silkiness to your sauce, and it's half a cup of milk. So we just pour it in. We're just going to give it a stir in as well. Already you can see that beautiful colour on it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to put it back on for a simmer for about another half an hour. So while our pasta has gone back on the simmer for the last half an hour, it's time to start making our pasta. So I popped a pot of water on here. Going to add some salt. A nice big drizzle of it. So once we've got our pasta boiling, we'll drop in our pasta into the pot. And we'll leave it for about 8 minutes to cook. So once your pasta's had that 8 minutes to cook and you're happy with it, what we're going to do, we're just going to take it off our cooktop. Just pop it aside. Leave it in the water still. We're going to use some of that pasta water when we put the dish together. So now everything is ready. So just give your sauce a bit of a taste just to make sure it doesn't need any further seasoning. Yeah, that's all right. That's nice. What we can do, we can actually put it together in the pot. So what we're going to do is just going to grab a scoop of our sauce. Drop it in the bottom. Probably a couple actually. Give it a bit of a swirl around. Now this one is actually not too bad. There's still a bit of moisture in there, but you can add a little bit of the pasta water in if you like as well. But we've got our pasta in. Let's put that in. Give it a bit of a swirl around. Once you've got that in, just give it a bit of swirl around. You want to make sure all that sauce sticks to the pasta. The only thing left to do now is plate it up. Now when it comes to plating up, you can either just throw it in a bowl or you can just give it a bit of a twirl. Just pop it in. You just get it in the bowl, top it with some sauce. I'm just going to use what's in the pan here. And then all you need to do, just finish it off with a bit of grated parmesan over the top. I like a lot of parmesan on mine. It doesn't have to be perfect. The flavour is the payoff. The sauce. Yeah, it's really good. But that's Gavin's Home Kitchen. Simple recipes, done well. See you in the next episode. That's good.